Welcome to our channel. In the last session, we discussed floating point addition and subtraction operation. Now in this session, we will move to the multiplication operation between two floating point numbers. We already know the floating point numbers are represented by using m into r power e. M is the mantissa, r is the radix point, e is the exponent. Now how the operation is performed? Assume two registers BR and QR. BR is used to store the multiplier and QR is used to store the multiplier. Suppose the multiplier is stored in BR register and the multiplier is stored in QR register. Assume these are my initialization. Now, what is the first step? Whether it is addition, subtraction or multiplication, the first step is you need to check for zeros. We need to check for zeros, and remember the final result is always stored in AC, that is accumulator register. The final result is stored in AC. Now check for zeros. Now suppose if the multiplied value is equal to 0. Assume if the multiplied value is equal to 0. Now AC value is equal to 0. Right or wrong? Suppose if one of the operator between these two, if any one is 0, the result is 0. Directly AC is equal to 0 and then terminate the process. Suppose if this BR is not equal to 0, then we are checking the multiplier. Suppose if QR is equal to 0, then what you are doing again? If QR is equal to 0, the result AC is equal to 0 and then terminate the process. If QR value is also not equal to 0, that is my zeros comparison is completed. If both are not zeros, then what you need to do in the addition and subtraction, we are align the mantissas. Why? To perform addition and subtraction, the exponents of the two numbers must be equal. But in this case, the exponents, no need to equalize the exponents. Simply, the exponents are added. So, simply, the next step is add the exponents. For easy understanding, assume A is the exponent of AC register and B is the exponent of BR register, Q is the exponent of QR register. Now what is your aim? You need to add the exponents B and Q and the result is stored in A. This is your thing. But remember, directly, we already discussed addition. Directly the addition is not performed between the two registers. Compulsory one of them must be AC. So it is not possible to perform B and Q directly. That is the reason. First, what I am doing? To A, I am copy either B or Q. That is your choice. Suppose one exponent Q is copied into A and then I am doing A plus B. Right or wrong? Now what is the value of A? The value of A is Q. Q plus B. Q plus B operation is performed and the result is copied into A. Now the exponents are added. Now if the floating point numbers are generally represented, even though in Mantissa exponent we have some IEEE 754 format. There the exponents are biased. The exponents are biased. What is mean by this biasing? We already discussed the floating floating point operation. Generally the mantissa is stored in the register, that is some part, and the sign bit is used to store the sign of the number. But if the exponent is negative, where we are storing the sign of the exponent? That is the reason instead of negative exponent, we are adding a constant value to make the negative exponents into positive. Suppose like single precision, we are adding plus 127 or we are adding plus 1023. 1023 for double precision, we are adding some constant. Now, if you observe carefully, A has some, that is Q has some bias and B has also bias. If you are doing addition, the bias is doubled. That is the reason reduce one bias. A minus bias. You got the point? What is the step? Q is added with some constant. B is also added with constant. If you are adding these two exponents, the bias is doubled. It may lead to wrong result. That is the reason I am subtracting one bias. Then we are getting the correct answer. Okay, fine. Now exponents are added. Everything is completed. What is the step? What is the step? For example, if this is my number into 10 square, 0.123 into 10 cube. So 10 power 5. Now the next step is you need to multiply the mantissas. Multiply the mantissa. How do we multiply the mantissas? Like fixed point multiplication. The algorithm we already discussed. Signed magnitude multiplication algorithm. Here we are using that multiplication algorithm. Whatever the logic we are discussed previously, the same is applied here. So the multiplication algorithm. Once the algorithm move to that fixed point multiplication algorithm, it produces some result. After it generates the result, you need to check the A value. That is A in the sense the MSB of the A value. Suppose if the value is equal to 1 or if the value is equal to 0, that is the case. What is the case? Simply do the perform operation if the value is equal to 1 or value is equal to 0. So after performing multiplication, the number of bits, generally the result is stored in A cube. So there is no chance of overflow. In multiplication, generally there is no chance of overflow, but there is a chance of underflow. For example, if you are getting this 0, then what you need to do? If the MSB value is equal to 0, then we are performing shift left operation. You got the point? If the MSB value is equal to 0, then what? Shift left operation on A cube, and then the exponent value is decremented. You already know. If you are doing shift left operation, suppose if this is the number, after shift left operation 1 2 into 10 power 4, the exponent value is decremented by 1, and then stop. The result is available in A cube. That is simply the result is stored in AC. Stop the process. Stop the process. That is what is the fourth step? Normalize the result. Generally in multiplication there is a chance of underflow. If it is underflow, simply do the shift left operation and the exponent value is decremented. If it is already 1, in the sense the result is already normalized form, no need to do anything. This is the multiplication algorithm for floating point. But remember, directly only this multiplication is not at all sufficient. Multiplication of mantissas required a signed magnitude representation, or if you want you can use a Booth algorithm also. Clear? In the next session we will move to the floating point division operation. Thank you.